Do. All right, guys, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to the live stream. So glad to have you guys in the house. Let me go ahead here and get something's going on here with the music. So, no, I guess it's on. No, it's on. Okay. I guess I was just tripping. Okay. All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started today. We're going to be doing caricatures of the FIFA soccer players, right? We're going to be doing a couple of them. And then, I don't know, wherever my brain takes me. So let's go ahead and dive in, okay? What does that say? Discernment, the ability to perceive, understand, and evaluate with clarity. Okay. Well, let's see what's going on with that, all right? Let's find us a soccer player that we can warm up with. I don't know who this guy is, but we're just going to warm up with him. Who is this? Anybody know who that is? I don't even know what his name is, but we're gonna go ahead and put it. I thought it would say his name here, at least. They just give us the players' names. They give us the players, but they don't tell us what their names are. So if you already know what their name is, hey, what's going on, Felix? How are you today? All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start with my overall head shape here. So what I want is a head shape that looks like this. I'm going to try something here. I'm going to go from the top, right? And then as I go down the top, right, what I'm going to do is let me see. I'm not going to question myself. I'm going to see if this works or not. Let me see. So as I do this, I'm just going to go around the side like that. Okay. Okay. And then we want to add our hairline here. All right. Got a little part going on right here. Boom, just like that. All right. Okay. Now, let's see what we got next here. We're going to get into our ear shapes here. So let's see here. This is my OG way of drawing. This is my OG caricature style. This is how I first started drawing them. I've changed up and I do things differently. I've learned one of the most powerful lessons that I've learned is to be able to accept that each picture is going to go a little bit different. Sometimes we want our caricatures to be the same, but can't do it that way. We got to keep it where things are moving and flowing and you're allowing the spirit of the drawing to get into your hands, you know? Hey, thank you, Third Eye. Thank you. Trust the process. Okay. So I'm going to go here and then I'm going to go ahead and get this other side here, and then we'll go ahead and get the next shape here, which looks like a giant Under Armour sign to me. That's really what it looks like. When I draw next shapes, I think of Under Armour signs. Here, I'm thinking of a weirdly shaped arrow, right? For his shirt here. Okay. And now we're going to get started with the facial features, okay? And this is the part that really kind of, sometimes it spooks people a little bit. So what we want to do is we want to embrace that fear, hold it in, right? And then go for it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right. So, okay, all right, Felix, I'll try to help you out as much as possible here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do here, I think what I'm going to do here, I'm going to do this shape here. You know what? I'm going to do something like this. No, I'm going to do this. Okay. I'm just going to simply draw what I see. Okay? Just like that. Okay. Now we'll come back and we'll put our eye shapes in here. So what I like to do here is I'm going to wrap this around and I'm going to go with an outer wrapping shape. Again, that creates the bagginess over the top of the eye, just like it is in the picture. So it's super awesome. Now we can come back with our eye shapes and just throw them in there. You see how that looks right there? Look real, like, you know what I'm saying? Now, let's go to our nose shape. So what we notice with the nose is that the nose wrinkles up like this. Your wings go up a little bit. So if you picture your wings kind of flapping on the side right here, right? When you smile, your wings flap up and then it goes back down. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make the wings go up in relation to my anchor point. So this is my anchor point, wings, anchor point, wings. So I'm doing like this with my wings, and then they come back down as I don't, you get what I'm saying? So it's like this. Third eye. If I struggle with hands, I practice hands always testing things and learning every time. Yes, hands took me quite a bit of time, third eye, to actually learn to do. And now that I have a system in my head or a core base of ideas that help me to understand how the hands are constructed and built, I very rarely experience that difficulty, but it's all about finding that thing in your head that makes you have that light bulb. And all that comes from saying, well, what does it look like to me? Let's jump back in. So let's get back to we're going to go to our expression lines here. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go up and I'm going to allow this line to come down, and I'm just going to bring it out like this. I want this line to be really kind of in there. And then I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go up, down, up, right? Okay. Then we're going to come down to the teeth here. I like to just make one basic shape. Okay. Had I started with the inner features first, maybe I could have got away with making a bigger upper lip or something like that, but I wasn't able to do that. Let's go ahead and get that teardrop shape in there. Okay. And then what we have here are these muscles that really kind of control what your eyebrow does over the top. And similarly, they always mimic whatever the eyebrow was doing. So that's just a note for you. Okay. All right. So that is our first little soccer player, right? I think we did a darn tootin' good job, right? Let's see here. Let's see here. Maybe I want to do this, but let me see. I'm going to do this. Because sometimes the big lines, and I see that I don't want no lines that are too powerful there. So I think that looks good. So what we're going to do now is we can add shadow to our drawing. We can do whatever we want to do, to bring it out. Over here, I have some, these are my, I just bought these the other day. These little markers, and I got a light color here. Let's see, what does this say? This says warm gray. I don't want a warm gray. I don't want anything warm. Let me see here. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and do some shadows. Let me see how these shadows gonna work out. That's a good one. Okay, these are water-based. Markers work very well. I actually got them on sale at a Ross. I'm always looking for. I don't ever dedicate to certain. I don't know. I don't dedicate to certain. I just use what I have on hand. I'm one of them kind of artists. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you're gonna. I had to adapt to my forgetful style of living. Put it like that. Just happy accidents. Yes. Maybe since you're here today, maybe we can touch on hands and see. What you're working with. Also, guys, if you draw pictures along with me and you want to share, you can send your picture in to me. We share, we can compare notes, whatever. You know what I mean? Let's compare notes, right? Okay, so that is that. And then let me see here. Then we'll go across this top shape right here. Okay. So we got a great picture right there. Great picture. Now let's go ahead and color in that hair shape. So for the hair, what I would do here, I have plenty of crayons, so I would use a crayon for this. So I keep me a little crayon. And then what I do when I color is I do it by layers. So don't press too hard on that first layer. Just kind of let it lay down so that you'll be able to see the second layer through this layer. And then we'll come over here and we'll add another layer, but we'll leave a little bit of light at the top. Okay, just a little bit. Okay, so you can kind of see the first layer through this and through that, but this layer is a little bit lighter. And then as I get to the bottom, what I'll do is that's where my darkest layer is reserved for. And so what it does is it gives your hair a little bit more life, a little bit more dimension. You get what I'm saying? So it's real easy to do it that way. Okay. So crayons can do, this is a regular crayon. You don't need nothing else but just a regular big, this is a Crayola crayon. Okay. I was just using hands. It's just really a struggle if you trust the pro. Oh yeah, not really a struggle, I meant. Oh, okay. Oh man, that's awesome. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to go. Now I don't know who this particular soccer player is. I wish I could. You know what? I probably could just ask my phone and say, who is this? Let me see. I probably could just go here, and be like, wait, who is that? Who is this? Thinking, searching, overview. See there? This picture is of Venegas Jr., a professional soccer player from Madrid. Ah, you see, I'm a genius. I'm a genius. All right, let me see. So let's put his name here. So I got another, what I got over here. I guess we'll just put his name with this marker here. What is that? Hold on, guys. All right, hold on. Okay. There we go. So numero uno is done, right? I keep forgetting we got these phones that can identify anybody. I took a picture of myself. I was like, who is this? It was like, that's a jerk. I was like, what? What do you mean it's a jerk? My phone didn't say that about me. My phone's very nice to me, even though it listens to all of my conversations, right? Okay. So let's go ahead and go to our next picture. You guys are ready, I trust. Let's go ahead and jump into it, all right? So our next soccer player is, and if you have a request for a soccer player, let me know, okay? So let's go back here, and I'm just kind of flipping through to see who I want here. Okay. I drew him yesterday, but you know what? I think I'm going to go with this player here, since I'm live, right? And this is Mbappe, right? So we're going to draw him real quick. Hey, let me see. They got a couple of pictures of him in here. These might be better pictures. So let me see. What if I get this one? That's a good picture of him right there. That's a nice forward-facing caricature, right? Okay. Oh, you used to play soccer as a kid? Oh, boy. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, let's go here. Now, what kind of head shape do we have here? Well, what I see is something. I'm big into, again, not second guessing what you're thinking. You get what I'm saying? So as I'm looking at this picture, right, this is what I kind of see. I see a head shape like this, right? But then I see a low point here at the bottom of the face. So I'm not really concerned a lot of the times with all these little bends and stuff in the face, like the cheekbones and all that. I just kind of keep it simple. You see, this is a simple drawing. You draw the hair inside the shape. You know, this is an old school trick. Then you go here, right? And we want to make him look like a cartoon, so we're gonna make his neck too big, right? And we'll just do something like that, right? So we got a nice little head shape right there. You get what I'm saying? Real easy. real compact, real fun. All right. So what I'll do here is I'll usually kind of think about this in thirds. So he has like a little bit of a little mustache, a little beard down here or something, right? And then what I'll do here is I'll just go ahead and I'll start drawing my shapes, right? Boom. So I don't want to draw him exactly like he is in the picture. That would be boring. Right. So let's do like this. Let's do this. And let's come back and wrap around back into it, right? Let's come over here. Boom. Right? And then let's wrap around, up, in, and down. Okay. I like to do like that wrap around type of a motion because it allows me to control the distance in between my eyes a little bit better. Okay. Now I have my eye shapes here. So I'm going to go ahead and just draw the eyes in there just like that. All right. You see that? Just like that, right? Let's give him a little bit of pointiness on the top of that eyebrow right there. Awesome. All right. Now let's go to our nose shape. So his nose shape is going to be something like this. He has a very angly, distinctive nose. So we want to make sure that we get a lot of angles in there. Boom, boom, right? Little line crossing across the top right there. But Bobby, you're looking great. Okay. Now let's see here. Let's go to our mouth shape. So we're gonna I like to start right in the middle. Boom. Right, and then we just put a little smile. Look, little smile just like that. Then we just add some lips. Then we just go right like that, like that. All right. Let's see here. Now I think yep. Right? Simple, super simple, super simple. Okay. And then we're going to do something like this here. Let me see here. We'll just add the shoulders out here. Boom. Okay. And then he has his hair. So what I'll do, since I'm using that marker for the lines, I'm going to use this one for the hair. And so what I'll do here for the waves is I'll just use like a little C motion going forward and backwards until I complete it all the way at the top. Okay. Give him a little fade using some lines over here. Okay. Awesome. Okay. All right. Now, all we have to do is add our shadows, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and add some shadows in. So we're going to use a cool gray color, right? A little cool gray. So let's go ahead and open that up real quick. All right. And I think I'm going to use this side over here. This is a good because it has that block. That I like those, what do they call that? That's that chisel tip. I like that chisel tip right there. Okay, it's all about the chisel for sizzle, right? All right, let's go ahead and do this here. Yes. Over here. And we're just going to add some quick shadows. Just add them where I go. Look, I'm just making lines. Boop, 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 boop. Right? Just a little line. Okay? Look, boom. Boom. Watch. Boom. 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 Right? Okay? So we got that colored in. And see, like I said, it's super, super simple. Super simple. You don't need a whole bunch here. So what we're going to do now is I'm not going to even overdraw this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go to the next drawing. Okay. Go ahead and darken these in just a bit. In good shape. There. Okay. All right. So like I said, I don't believe in overdrawing. All right, let's go to the next one. So let's put that name here. How do I spell that? M-B. Why he got to have such a hard name to spell? Mbappe. M-B-A-P-P-E. I think that's how you spell it. But I'm going to make sure, right, by doing this here. Mbappe. M-B-A-P-P-E. That's what I said. M-B. Okay, so we just did a bumper. Okay, guys. So we're done with drawing numero dos. I'll go ahead and sign my work real quick. Browser. All right. Something like that. Okay, and then we'll go to our next soccer player. Okay. I don't know if I still have this up here. Let me see something real quick, guys. I actually, boom. No, it's not there. I wonder what happened. Oh, you know what it was? Nothing happened. What happened was, wow, that's, hold on a second, guys. Oh, you know what I may have done? Oh, okay. Okay, hold on. Let me go back here. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. I think I know what I may have done. But anyway, let's go back to it. Anyway, guys, if you guys would like to take classes with me, I do teach classes online. I don't have my little thingy up here. Something's malfunctioning with my computer. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead for me to give you guys the information. If you want to take classes, you can take classes at RowserWorld.com. Right, /classes. That's all you got to do is type that in. Okay, so if you want to take classes with me, you can take classes here. We are doing a summer special, so we're doing the classes at 105 for 3 classes. You get to draw with me. Okay, again, I'm gonna find my little thingies here in just a moment, but I just rearranged my office so things got out of place. But if you want to take a class, awesome, and tips are appreciated. The Cash App is already up on the screen. Thank you so much, guys. And I think I said everything. Yeah. Okay. So let's go to our next drawing here. Okay. I recently started a new page on my Patreon as well. If you guys haven't visited my Patreon page, you should. It has all of our a new mini course series that I just recently started, and that mini course covers everything you want to know about caricature. It's going to be like I just go through different things. So every month or every week, mostly every month, I'll put up a different course every week. So right now we're building it up. So you definitely want to go over there and check that out if you want to really, really, really level up your caricature art game. Okay, so go over there and check that out, guys. A lot of content there for you to check out. So let's go ahead and get into our next soccer player. Remember, if you have a request, I'd love to draw your request for you. Just let me know, and we'll go ahead and get that taken care of for you. Okay. All right. So let's see who's next here. All right, so it looks like, you know what? Since I seem to be on a roll today, I think I'm going to use, wow, I like that picture of him. But let me see if they got some more. Usually they give you a couple of options. Once you pull them up, they'll give you a couple of options. So we have, we got a couple of options here. So this is what I'm going to do. I want to do Ronaldo, right? Not Ronaldo. What's his name? Argentina, Messi. Okay. Even though he looks kind of mean right there, I'm going to go ahead and use that picture. Wait, let me see. What's down here? Let me see. I like that picture too. Let me see. I think this one's cool because he's kind of smiling a little bit. That's the one I want right there. Absolutely awesome. Okay, so guys, we're going to draw. Hey, thanks, Willie B. Appreciate you. Thank you. Willie B, thank you. Thank you for the roses. Thank you for the boxing gloves. Bing, 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 bing. All right, let's go ahead and get into it, guys. So right now we got Messi. So what we want to do is we're going to get a little messy, right? We're a little messy. So how are we going to do this? Well, first thing we want to do is we'll figure out what his head shape is. Okay, so we want a head shape. Now, if you really look at Messi's head, right, he has a head of what I'm looking at here. Okay, because I want to keep my shape simple. Okay, so I'm gonna start. You know what? With this one, gosh, what do I want to start? I'm gonna start with the head shape. Okay, so I'm gonna do something like this. Okay, and then I'm gonna bring this around. Now I know you're saying like you can't do it that way. Yes, you can. You just make everything in the shapes. It's up to you how you interpret the shapes. Look at this. If I do it this way, right, the whole idea is for me to be able to make out that this is who I'm drawing at the beginning. You understand? So now when I come here, what I want to do is I'm going to come down with my shape, right? And I want this to be like within, he has a short shape here. So I don't really want something that's going to stick outside of my shape. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do the same thing. And now we can go ahead and we just kind of stick his neck over here out the side, right? Boom, right? Just like that. So there you go. You got his neck. So now what we have is that whole outside shape thing working. You get what I mean? Yes, yes. Okay. Now let's go to, hold on one second here. All right, now let's go to our inner features. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to figure out, okay, well, this is a little round shape here. And I want to start decorating inside of this shape. Okay, see how I'm decorating things, right? I'm putting things together. I'm seeing how things go together, right? And I like that so far. Let's go ahead and decorate the ear inside of our ear shape. So I want to get the whole or the idea of the outer shape, and then I want to form the shapes within. Okay, put a playing ground and then form. Right now, let's go ahead and draw our eye shape. So we want to go ahead. He has very beady features, so we want some simple shapes that we can easily transfer over here. So I want to stay away from anatomy in my mind, and I want to go to squares and circles and diamonds and stuff like that. So I see rectangles here. I see two very closely placed tree leaf shapes here. So what I'll do is I'll go here, come out, wrap around, and come back in. Then I'll go here again, right? I'll wrap around, come around, and come back in because I want his eye shapes to be close in my caricature, because this is truly what defines what messy is, right? Messy is not just when things are everywhere, right? Messy is also a cartoon, right? Okay, so this is what we're doing. We want to stay away from anatomy. Now we're going to go to that nose shape. Look at that prominent nose. That nose is that could just sniff a soccer ball out. Just soccer ball in here somewhere, right? You get what I'm saying? That is who this guy, that nose really just kind of strikes me as that. So let me give it a thought. I see it. What I see here is going to be funny because the nose shape then is going to appear to be just as wide as the mouth, as the eye shape, because of the exaggeration that I created. So keep in mind, I'm using exaggerations that keep the picture looking like him. Okay. I want straight shapes coming between the nose, because if I do any bending of my shape, I'm going to lose that beakiness that I have in there. So if I do like this and then come out to the nose, it ain't going to look right. You want to save all your bending for out here, and we'll do that once we get into the lower half of the face. So let's give us a little bit of, let's put some nostrils here. So I'll just raise up a little bit to add some nostrils, right? You see? Just like that. Now we're just going to get a little smile. Now the thing is, he has a small smile. So what we want to do is we want to make that smile even smaller. We want something like to really push the limit of Mr. Messy, right? You see how little that mouth is right now? Little, okay? He has a little, he almost has no top lip. He has a little bottom lip. But what we're going to do now is we're going to cover in all of this, right, with his beard shape. So if you're wondering why he won't cut his beard off, it's because he'll look like exactly what I showed you if he didn't have his beard, right? My wife doesn't like when I shave my beard off either, because she says I look like my face looks kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Rear endish. You know what I mean? Rear endish, right? Sunni Shari, more complicated to draw. Sunni Shetri. Let me write that down. Hold on. See? Hey, all you had to do is make a request. I got you. Don't forget, guys, tips are awesome. Don't forget to use them super stickers, super chat, cash app, all that kind of stuff. If you feel like buying a cup of coffee for your friendly neighborhood art teacher. Okay, so this is soon. Let me write that down. SUNILCHETRI. Shetri. I'll look that up. Okay, so here we have a simple picture of Messi, right? See? Messi, 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 right? Okay. All right. So we'll go ahead and add some shadow. So we're going to break out that warm gray again. Okay. Let me see. So we can use this one here is warm. This is warm, right? This is warm. All right. Let's see how that works out. Okay. Good shot. So this is not too dark. I love it. Put a little darkness in the eyes. And then here you can see where I'm staying on the outside of this shape right here. You see how I'm getting all of those little nuances now, because my drawings are generally twofold. That means I have shading to enhance lines. That's how I draw. Okay. So if I don't have to put a line there, I ain't gonna do it. If I can emphasize that part of the face with a shadow versus a line, I'm most of the time gonna do that, because it's better when you're drawing cartoons not to put too many lines in the picture. Okay. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and do our hair shape. So I think I used this cool gray here. So we're going to do some hair real quick. You guys ready? All right, let's do some hair. We can do the hair with this crayon, actually. So let's do it with that. Okay. Here we go. So again, what you want to do is figure out the overall pattern of the hair and kind of lightly for this hair, just color it all in first. Okay. So we're just going to do this to all of the dark areas. Okay. Now, once we have that, then we come back and we do a next layer, right? And this next layer is going to be the spiky layer. So now you add spikes, and you should be able to see your first layer through your second layer, okay? Just like so. Here, I'm just going to use an up and down motion to add lines over the top of my first layer, creating that dirty, raspy, tough soccer player look. It's tough soccer players, right? And now, last but not least, let us add some shadow just underneath the chin. This right here causes a separation between the body and the head and all that. So it's pretty cool, right? And there you go. Okay. So this, we're going to add some shadow to the outside. And I think everything else looks great here. If you want to add some little pointy hairs, now you can do that at the end. I think that is all. It just helps the drawing to look better when you save those type of details to absolutely last in the drawing. Okay, so that is messy. It's a messy drawing, but somebody had to do it, right? So we got it. We just learned how to draw messy, and then over here, I'm gonna sign my picture. Okay, there you go, guys. Big head, little body. I hope that you enjoyed that. Was that fun, guys? Were you able to, did anybody draw messy with me? Did anybody draw messy along with me? No, did anybody do it? I like to see your work. I like for you to share your work with me. I want to draw by myself. It's not good for man to be alone. Right? Okay, so who we got next? Soon, is this a soccer player? Because if it's not a soccer player, I'm gonna do it next time. But if this is if soccer players, as long as he's a soccer player, I don't care. Let me see. Let me back up here. Okay, soccer player World Cup. Let me see. What was his name? You said it. His name was soccer. His name was what? SUNIL. Is this him? Let me see. I think this is him right here, ain't it? Yeah, I like it. Okay, there. Oh, he is a soccer player. Okay, so let me see what picture I wanted him. I like that picture right there. So we're going to use that one. It's a little bit grainy, but I still feel like I can work with it. So I'm just going to blow it up a bit. Okay. And we're going to draw these pictures for you guys today. Okay, here we go, guys. Here we go. So we're going to draw Sunil Chetri. He's also a professional soccer player from India. I'm going to draw his caricature for you guys today. All right, here we go. So what we're going to start with is we're going to look for our overall head shape again. All right, so let's see what we can do. We want to break this down to be as simple as we possibly can, okay? So what I want to do here is I want to start at the top of the head here. I'm going to come around and I'm going to wrap this shape in. This is going to be this is going to be what I call my pinnacle shape, okay? Because this is where everything else is going to kind of connect to. So I'm going to do that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from there and I'm going to go to this inner shape, right? Because I want to make sure that that's all in place. Spatial awareness is the key. Okay? Just like that. Okay? Got a little, just like that. Okay? We can't forsake the shape of the head. Now, the shape of his head is very, very much like this. So we want a shape that we really don't vary from this idea too much. You get what I'm saying? We want to stay in this area, right? Add that neck shape in there, right? Just like so. Okay. Hey, there we go. Oh, really? Okay, cool. All right, so now we're going to do our inner features, okay? So we're going to go with something like this. So again, I want simple shapes and simple ideas. I am not thinking about anatomy at this point because it's not going to do anything but disturb me. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to come around, I'm going to wrap around. And I'm going to go here, I'm going to go, and I'm going to wrap around. I'm going to come back. Then I'm going to come back over the top. And then I'm going to put my eye shape in here. Just like so. Okay? All right. Now, once we have that, we'll go ahead and run into our nose shape. Keep our nose shape simple. Okay? And then we're going to go ahead and go with our mouth shape. Okay? It's the bottom lip first, and then I'm going to kind of just come off of it with the top lip. Give him a little mustache there, right? Little mustache here. Mustache here. Let's color these in just a bit. Okay. And let's see here. Let's get these little. So I'm going to do something like this here. I don't want it to be too. All right. Boom. Something like that. Okay. Okay. All right, so I think now all I have to do is use my shadows. Okay, so we'll go here to our cool gray again, and then we will add some shadow work to the drawing. Okay, choose a light source. I like to do it this way. I feel like it makes for more interesting cartoons. So again, that's just the way that I do it. But if you feel like you have a better way of doing it, by all means, try it out. See what works for you. It'll be okay. Okay. And now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use this the same way that I use the other one. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to come around here and color this in, right? Yep. But then I come back with this marker, and I go darker, right? So I can do something like this. And then see, you can see the other layer through the first layer. Okay. All right. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to put the name here. So I make sure I spelled it right. It was C-H Sunil. I hope that was two H's in that name. It was C-H-H, or was it C-H? Oh, it was C-H-H. Oh, well, you was right. Okay, he got it right. You did it right. All right, so there you go. There you go, being human. Do you like it? Awesome, man. Awesome. I'm glad that you enjoyed. All right, so let's go to our next soccer player. Guys, don't forget to drop in the tip bucket. The tip bucket is open. Cash App, $RowserWorld, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. And then also, guys, now I'm not able to use my goals and stuff on because I'm streaming through Streamlabs. So what that enables me to do is to put a goal on TikTok, right, or anything like that. So you just kind of have to. I'm just gonna have to rely on you saying, "Oh man, this guy is cool." So thanks. All right, let's go to our next soccer player. Okay, so we're doing soccer players from the World Cup this year. All right, let's see. We're just doing soccer players in general. Now we got Cristiano Ronaldo. We could try. I did him yesterday, but I guess we could try that picture again because since he's kind of a hot topic, right? A lot of people like that guy. I can see why. He seems like what about this guy right here? Who is this guy? Oh, this guy is that's Neymar. Is he still in the World Cup right now? Does anybody know who's? Hey, what's going on, Austin? Is he still in the World Cup right now? I'm wondering. All right. Man, those came out good today. Ooh, I'm on point today. I'm feeling good today. But overall, okay. Yeah, because those things are like a matter of, when I look at it, I think it's a matter of you can use any types. I don't look for, I look for feels and not exactness. So when you try to get too exact, then you draw on a portrait. And then portraits are not caricatures. They look like they're portraits. So for instance, if I wanted to do this with this guy right here, if I wanted to say, you know what, look. right? This could be anybody, right? But if I do this, you see, then it changes what you know what I'm saying, what's going on in the picture. So this is more of a different type of, but it's still nevertheless a caricature. You see? Because what I'm doing is I'm using what makes him look like him, right, to my advantage. Right? You get what I'm saying? So if I do like that, right? So he could be like, you know, whatever. Right, whatever, right? But we're trying to, we're looking at not this exact thing, and that's the beauty of this, you know. So it's okay for us to differ in opinion. You know what I mean? Oh, Neymar was eliminated yesterday. Ooh, should we still draw him? Should we still draw him since he's been eliminated? Can he still be in? Can he still be drawn? Yeah, I think we'll still draw him anyway. Okay, let me see here. I think with this guy, this is what he got. He got like a. This one here, you can just look for the whole head shape. So let's do the head shape like a pill. That's his head shape. Look, right there. See that pill? And then once you got it, you just add stuff onto it. So I can just do this. Watch. I'm constantly thinking what's inside and what's outside of the drawing. You see, this might be inside, while this might be outside. You see? Does that make sense? So it could be here, here, whatever, right? Okay, so it's really about taking that head, that basic shape, you just kind of dress it up a little bit. You know what I mean? This right here could be, see? It's like that, right? Okay, let me see here. Let's go with our, no, we got this here. We can do this. Right? Something like that. Right? We can do something like this. Right. Yeah, add some more hairs up here. Okay. Right. You see that? Pretty cool. I think I like it. And then here, we can just add some curls. These are all little curls up here. You get it? Okay. So that one right there, let me go ahead and erase my guidelines here. Mm-hmm. You can. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right. So what time we got? How long I been here? 45 minutes. Not long, but I ain't gonna stay long today. I need to eat breakfast. Got stuff to do. I just want to do a stream for you guys. We're gonna go ahead and do our word of the day too. Get our word of the day going on after we finish this stream. So if you want to stick around for that, feel free. Right? Okay, let me see here. And then we just add a little bit of darkness over here. We've done like 5 of them. I want to get some major ones. Let me see. So somebody asked about is Canada still in it? Canadian player. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. All right. So I think I got time for maybe one more drawing here. I'm going to go into my word of the day here. And then we're going to go ahead and get you guys out of here. Okay. I'm not going to keep you. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Okay. So we're going to go with, let me see. Who else we got here? I guess they play for the same team. Who is this? This is, oh, this is Neymar. That's him too? Oh, he just had a different haircut. No? Is that Neymar or is this Neymar? Who is this? Who is this guy? Is that him? Who is this? This is Neymar Jr. Oh, okay. So this is Neymar. Okay, well, who is... Okay. So let's see who else we got here. Let's go with... who is this guy? I don't know. Let me see. Okay, let's see here. Canadian player. Apparently, he's from Canada. Who is this? Let's see who that is. Does anybody know who that is? All right, hold on one sec, guys. Let me start my music back up again. Okay, let me see here. Who is that? Okay, so this is Alfonso Davies. Alfonso Davies. Let me write that down. Alfonso Davies. He's a Canadian player. Okay, so this is his face here. Okay, let's see which one we want to use here. We got a couple of different ones. I think this probably might be what he looks like more now. Let's see. So this is him. I'm gonna go ahead and use that picture right there. I think that's a good picture. I don't know. Yeah, I know it's Piper. I know exactly who it is. What's going on, Piper? I forgot this. I just keep calling you Awesome because of the name, but it's Piper. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I know who you are. I got you. I still got all the lessons. Did you practice those lessons that we did that day? Okay, so now we got Alfonso Davies. So I don't know. Let me see what I'm gonna do with this one. I'm not sure how I want to draw this yet. So let's go with tell you what. I'm gonna go with you know what I see? I see this right here. I'm just gonna go with it. Watch this. I think this will make it easy. When you squint your eyes and you look at the drawing, his head looks like a piece of like a celery, a piece of celery or something with some small little ears on it like this. If you really look at it, look. You picture that like a celery thing or some kind of bush of celery or something. Because then what happens here is that there's a lot. Now, when he goes up here, there's a line that goes like this, like because his head's kind of round. So we want to keep this roundness in here, right? And then come back out and maintain the integrity of that shape. Okay, you see the integrity of this shape of the major shape needs to be kept in place. And then what I can do here is I can go from here and I can start just drawing my so I can do like this. All right. Okay. Something like that. All right. Something like this. And then here we'll just kind of go around the line. Okay. Something like that, right? Again, just going with what we feel. I feel like the wings are down here. Uh, that nose shape here. Might have made that a little bit too big. Something like that. Right. Then he got small, sleepy. So he got eyes that look like this to me. Let me see. Should I do that? I'm gonna do like this. Watch this. And then I'm gonna do this. That's what he looked like to me. All right. Because it's not about copying. Again, it's about you using your imagination. Okay? Imaginations are wonderful. That's why we have them. To be able to see without the eyes. You get what I'm saying? Nobody can teach. I think that, we I think being able to see, while it's a blessing, sometimes it's very limiting, I think. When it comes to certain things, you just kind of, how can I put it? Because the way you see it makes you not go any further. Does that make sense? So yeah, okay. Now we're gonna do the hair on this one. So I guess I can use this. I guess I can use let's use a crayon here for this one as well. So again, what I'm gonna do here is I go with a light color all the way around. All right, make it all one layer. Then I'll come back and I'll do the same thing again. So this one, I need to make like more of a, I'm gonna make it more of a curl layer. So I'm gonna go around with my strokes. I'm still gonna leave that darkness on top, that lightness on top, but I want to get my next dark layer in. Okay. Okay. So the next thing we'll do here is then we'll just come back and we'll hit it with the darkest layer, which would be, right at the very base of this situation. Right. Part of what makes things real is mimicking how light kind of affects things. Right. You draw them, right? Okay, so now I think that that's a really good drawing right there. So I'm gonna go ahead, guys, and I'm gonna put the name here. And now we're gonna go ahead, guys, and I'm gonna be taking an intermission here because I want to go ahead and get started with the word of the day. Okay. All right, so guys, give me just a moment. I'll be right back in just a second. Okay, guys, so I am back. Welcome back to the stream. I'm gonna go ahead and guys, we're gonna stop our word of the day here. So just give me just a sec here. I'm trying to go here and pause this. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna close that. So give me just a sec here. Give me just a minute, and then we'll get started. Okay. Give me just a minute. I need oh, wait a minute. No. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. Ba 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 ba. Hold on, guys. All right. Okay, guys. So I just want to make sure I had all my sound right. Okay, guys. So I just want to make sure I had all my sound right. Okay, hold on. I think that's what this is. Here. Hold on. Boop. Okay, there we go. I see you to turn that off. Okay, so we'll do this. We'll keep this up here. Okay. All right, guys. So this is the end of our live stream for today. I'm going to go ahead and get your Bibles out. If you guys don't have your Bible handy, we can go ahead and get it out. And then we're going to just share a word. This is my way of building an altar for God. That, at our church, we have a thing where we build altars. And building an altar is where you share the word of God wherever you want to share it at. Is whatever you like to do in life. I like to draw, so I use opportunities like when I'm drawing people live at events. Sometimes, I have to pray for people. You know what I mean? It's not just about me coming there to make a bunch of money. I want, I try to, hold on, let me make sure that my volume is on here because it looks like, okay, I'm gonna make sure. All right, but sometimes people are going through things when you're drawing their pictures or whatever. They'll have, just because they're on vacation or whatever, you'd be surprised at the things that people open up about when you're drawing their pictures. So I want to give back to what was given to me freely was this gift, and this gift I've been using to take care of my family for a long time, and I'm grateful for it. I take it very seriously because I make people laugh. I entertain people, and that's important. I think that's a very important thing because, that the entertainment, as today has the ability to affect the way that we see things, So if you're going to be entertained by me, you're going to be entertained in a correct way. You understand? All right. So today's word of the day is going to be based off of what we did today. And we were talking about seeing deeper, right? Okay. 1 second here. Okay. Hold on 1 sec, guys. Okay. So anyway, again, seeing deeper. In caricature, one of the things that you have to learn how to do is to train your eye. In other words, if I put two things on this paper and I say, well, I want you to focus on this, right? But you're constantly finding yourself looking at this, right? It's a kind of a weakness of the eye. This is going to be a consideration because when I'm looking at this all is in my field of view. Okay. So when we have more input in a situation, right? So you're not just concentrating here, you're seeing this as well. Let's put another one up here just so you can see. So you can see 1, 2, and 3. Even if you're just looking at 1, you're going to see 2, and then you're going to see 3, right? The more information that you're given to solve any given problem, the more opportunity there is for misinterpretation. More moving parts, more confusion. So our eyes kind of deceive us a lot because when we're looking at a nose, we're also considering the cheeks. We're also considering the ears. We're also looking at the hairdo. We're also thinking about what we did at home. So our mind tends to get divided. And then that shows up on the drawing board as nervousness or lines that are uneven or proportions that are off, right? All of these things can happen. But wisdom, and we're comparing this to life. In drawing, wisdom is to be able to train your eyes to go and lock on to what you need them to see and what you need them to understand. So it comes from looking deeper and following the truth and having structure and also having guidance. Where are we going? Why are we going there? What is the purpose of the trip? These things all important. I want to take you through 3 different ways to help you see deeper, not just in your drawings, but in your life. Each of these, if you start to implement them today, is going to really, 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 really change the way you draw and the way you see opportunities in your life. You in life, you've had a lot of opportunities, and you get opportunities, but when your eyes can't see the opportunity, many opportunities just seem to pass us by, and we feel like nothing ever happens good for us. But it's simply because, well, we just haven't learned to see yet, seeing deeper than the surface. So if we go to the book of Samuel, 1 Samuel, we're going to go there. That's in the Old Testament. Okay. And we go to the book of 1 Samuel and we look at chapter 16. Let's go to chapter 16 and verse 37. Okay, verse 37. It says, man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. So what is God doing here? He's giving us a look into how he sees things and the difference between how things are on earth, like as far as how people think here, and then the spiritual way to see things. There's a difference between the way he does it and the way we do it. But the way he does it allows us the opportunity, I believe, to be better decision makers. If we stop focusing so much on the outside, if we stop trying to always dress ourselves up with things to make ourselves, even on our own, in our own selves, we do this. We dress ourselves up. This body, we treat it like a character of a video game. And we dress it up. And we dress it up in a certain way because we want to be perceived a certain way, right? Because we know and we understand that people judge books by covers. But if the one that's different, the narrow path that it talks about to righteousness, is the one that can look at another human being and see the inside of that person. What's going on inside? Imagine how many divorces would not happen. Imagine how many children would not be led astray. The first thing in caricature is that your eyes often notice surface details, but great artists, guys, learn to see underlying shapes. And what underlying means is, look, let me give you an example. This is a shape. On top of this shape, let's pretend this is I like to do this here. I like to give you this. Let me use some colors. I think colors will basically explain this to you a little bit bigger. Okay. So let's just say this is an underlying shape. This is a shape at the bottom. Let's think in layers. Okay. And on top of this, let's just say we were looking at it and we saw this. And then we saw, I'm sorry, hold on, guys. And then we saw, I'm trying to find another color here. One, get out of there. Hold on. There we go. 1 and 2. Okay, there we go. And then we saw on top of that, we saw this, right? And then on top of that, we saw that, right? And then on top of that, there was some of this, right? Okay. Because so this is often how drawings are done. There's hair, there's ears, there's eyes, there's pimples, there's little crevices, and on your brain is you're looking at all this stuff and you're thinking, wow, that must really define. If I don't get all of this stuff in the picture, I'm not going to be able to define who this is. But the real artist learns to look through noise, right? If I'm looking at all the hair and all this stuff in the face and I'm seeing the underlying shape that everything is attached to. Does that make sense to you? I'm not looking at details, not just details. This is how God sees. This is the confusion. When you stand before him, in other words, what you're wearing has nothing to do with how you're going to be judged. Okay? That's the only time that will apply, unless you run into that person, that small percentage, I personally believe, of people that have the ability, the discernment, and the wisdom to see the inside of a person and not the outside. If you do that, you'll find deeper relationships, better relationships, awesome relationships that are not based off what somebody looks like. Many men leave their wife after they've been together their whole life because she don't look the same way she used to look when y'all first got married. What are you talking about? Did you read that? See, when it, think about that for a minute. Why were you supposed to get married? You're supposed to get married not based off of just that. That is a something, but it's not nothing, because all that goes away. I look at old people. I get to go to the nursing home here with my tias and my tia. I get to go there. I've been there. My wife has worked, and I get to sit and I talk to the old people, and all of them have one thing in common. Oh, you can't hear anything? Hold on. One thing in common. You can't hear anything? Hold on. Let me see. I don't understand why you can't hear. Oh, she said she. Hold on a second. Hold on, guys. Okay, hold on. I don't know because I got the thing all the way up. But anyway, okay. So, point number one, what I want you to take away from that is very simple. Learn to look deeper. Don't stop at what you see first. Apply this to your regular life. Don't stop at what you see first. Don't stop at what you see first. Look deeper. I don't know why hold on a second. I don't know what's going on here. Hold on one sec, guys. I'll be right back. Hold on. It says that I'm on here. It says that my volume is on. I don't get what's going on here. Hold on a second. Wait. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, you know what it might be? Wait, let me see. Hold on, let me turn this around real quick. This is nuts. Hold on one sec, guys. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Let's go here. Let's go to this one. Okay. Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now? Testing. Can you hear me? Yep. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Let me make sure. Let's make sure, guys. Hold on. I'm trying to see whether I can be heard or not. I thought my wife was going to tell me. Can you Oh, hold on. Hold on, guys. We'll finish up in just a second here. Let's go videos. Let's go live. Can you guys hear? Hold on. Let me see here. Hold on, guys. Okay, I think it's in. Okay, I'm good. Okay, I see it. All right, I'm good. Okay, so listen to me. All right, guys, sorry about that. So again, that first point is the first thing your eyes notice is often the surface, and great artists learn to see underlying shapes, structures, relationships. We don't just see details. We look deeper than the noise that's going on in the picture. It's a very simple concept. So if you're drawing the eyes, don't get confused by the nose. If you're drawing the ears, don't get confused by the eyes. You got to stay where it is. You got to stay where it's at. Hold on one sec. I can hold on a second. Hold what you got. Hold on. Let me see here. Okay, hold on. Okay, guys. So I think what's happening is there's something's going. I don't know whether it's my programming, my software here, or what. But what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna turn off. Hold on. I'm gonna turn. Hold up. Let me see. Give me a minute here. I'm gonna turn this off. What is this? I don't know what that is. Okay. All right. So anyway, let me go ahead and finish this up, guys. Now, on my phone, you guys seem to be coming out good, but on my regular computer, it seems like something's going on. So I don't know what the deal with that is. So anyway, guys, let's go ahead and finish this up. The second thing is to trust truth, and so in Proverbs chapter 3, it says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not to your own understanding." So what that simply means is this is that there's a way to do things, and then there's a way to do things. And just because you don't like the way things are done, right, that doesn't mean you shouldn't do them the right way. That's what that means. The growth is going through the process of learning and then application, and learning and being disappointed by things, and then learning you might not like the way it goes or whatever, but you learn you have to learn as a caricaturist or as an artist to operate within those parameters, to trust the rules, trust the regulations, and trust that God will get you to the destination that his word said that he will get you to. So we must believe this with all of our heart, all of our mind, and all of our strength, that we're going the right way in our drawings. I do that a lot at work. Sometimes I'll start drawing a picture and I'll think I'm going the right way. Then something inside of me says that, well, and I'm gonna be honest with you. This is what it says. It says you can't make a mistake because God is leading you, not you. You're not drawing this. Let me draw it. You just keep moving your hand and believe me that the vision that I've placed in your head is going to come out on this paper. Just keep drawing. So that's what it's saying here. Trust the truth. So your eyes can be telling you one thing, but the construction lines, proportions, and proven principles tell the truth. In other words, there are many times that I have to draw something that's completely against what I believe I should draw, because this is what the rules say. I get there and I say, I want to draw this. Like, I'm going to give you an example. When I get to a mouth shape, right? A lot of the times when I'm drawing a person smiling, right? Let me turn this on here for you. This is all part of word of the day. All right. I don't know what's going on with that. Okay. But let's just say you got let me go here. and you got some smiling people. Okay? No matter who, let's go here. No matter who I draw, I can use one shape. It's called the hot pepper shape because it looks like a jalapeno pepper, right? So no matter who I'm drawing, I could be drawing him. When I get to the mouth, my brain wants to say, oh, you need to do this because that's exactly like the shape on the page, right? But in caricature, let me show you something. It's always better to squeeze a little bit of 3/4 in with your shapes, and almost like cheating, but not. You're just using the rules to your advantage. So instead of me trying to figure out what this is, I resort right to the jalapeno. It gives me a more dynamic smile, right? Now, if I do the same thing with her, look, I can resort to a jalapeno. I can get a more dynamic smile, right? Put her nose. You get what I'm saying? I can go to this person over here. I can resort to the jalapeno. Because when you draw, people say, well, how do you draw so fast? Because I take away decisions that are not necessary to make in my drawing. You see? Jalapeno, right? With a nose. So I snuck a little bit of that 3/4 shape inside of there. So that's a situation where my knowing, right, is going to overtake my eyes. I know, so my eyes can't fool me. My eyes want me to do something else. My eyes want visual stimulation. My eyes are reading too deeply. These are just trying to. So I already know the truth here. So this is not telling me the accurate information. So I cannot rely on these. I have to do this. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. Personal relationships. So again, don't lean on what feels obvious to you. Lean on what is true. Don't lean on what is obvious to you. Lean on what is true. And now the third thing is the same as all the other ones. Walk by faith. What is faith? Faith is the evidence of things unseen and things hoped for. Let me say it again. Faith is, right, the evidence of things unseen and hope for. Faith. The only way you can come to know God is through faith, meaning that you need to be able to see what is unseen, right? To prove or to justify or to make it real in your head, right? So that you can have a real relationship with Him. He comes without a physical body, and because the eyes want, you don't see the connection, because the eyes want visual stimulation, you can't believe in God because you can't see Him. You see that? You can't, your eyes are basically sitting up there saying, look, if I could say this, these are your eyes right here. And they got two legs on them, right? And then mad eyes. Those are the eyebrows. And they're sitting over here saying, nope, right? Nope, right? You get what I'm saying? While your brain is over here saying, you know, you guys are nuts, man. You guys are crazy, crazy, right? What? Right? He doesn't. Your brain's not made able to make sense out of this. So your eyes are saying nope, 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 nope to everything that they cannot understand. And that's not, if you look at it, a good way to do things, because it shows you when you know it, because you oftentimes come out with the wrong result. So we need to walk by faith, not by sight. Walk by faith, not by sight. Because if every man has been given a measure of it, you use faith for everything else. Why not use faith in your actual life? You use faith for everything except you You even use faith in your life, but you're just not aware of it if you sit back and look at it. Faith, evidence of things unseen, right? And things hoped for. So when you go to McDonald's, you cannot see what they're putting in your food, but you hope that they don't put no poison in there. Boy, that's big faith, right? You know what I'm saying? You riding down the highway and you press your brakes because you one of those people that like to drive close to people. You drive right on their bumper and you get mad when they don't move out your way. You one of those drivers. You have big faith. I mean, you got kahunas the size of Texas. You have big faith, right? Because you believe that when you press that brake, that car is going to stop in time for you not to hit the person in front of you and possibly kill you and everybody else on the highway. I'm talking about that's some faith right there. So for we walk by faith, not by sight. So a beginner person that draws or a beginner will often draw what they think they see. But a trained artist follows structure, angles, and relationships even when the eye is tempted to guess at it. The eye is saying, right? But the rules already told you what to do, right? Like drawing your features in a formation. All right, this is a triangle formation. Why? Because somebody's here, and somebody's here. Like the Bulls, Michael Jordan, triangle offense. Got it? So you draw your features in a formation. Here's your mouth. Here's your eye. Here's your other eye. Here's your nose. Right? Or if the mouth is down here, now you have another triangle. Right? So we already know where things go at because we're drawing in a triangle formation. Do you get what I mean? So in finishing up, the takeaway from that is sight can often mislead you, but your faith will always keep you aligned to the truth. So even when it looks like all hell is breaking out around you, notice the word that says, this says that they have this song, and I'm gonna let this go. I'm gonna let you guys go. But it says, I'm gonna tell you what it says. Watch. It says, it may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. Right? That's a praise and worship song I heard in church the other day, right? And that's what I see in my head. That's the picture I want to paint for you. That when everything is going wrong, know that God's word is faithful. Okay? So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'm sorry about any technical difficulties with the sound. Um, I wasn't expecting that, but you know what? I know that who God like brought here who was supposed to hear this today, and I believe that in faith. That's our stream for today, guys. I want to thank y'all for coming out. If you tip, thank you so much. I do not have my thing for the classes, so I guess today I just kind of jumped on here today, but I didn't get my thing for my classes. But we have our classes at RowserWorld.com/classes. Let me go ahead and put all that down here for you. As you guys want to take classes with us, that you'll be able to take classes with me. So here's RowserWorld.com/classes. Okay, so go over there and check that out. And also check out our Patreon page at RowserWorld. Okay? All right, guys. So you guys have a blessed day, and I'll see you guys in the next live stream.